Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Making with the Manufacturers. Now this is a series where I go through all of my papers by manufacturer and use some of them. Now this is easy for me because I do store my paper by manufacturer because to me manufacturers have a feel to them. So that is how I store it. So last week we did EK Success. So this week, the next ones are Elle's Studio. So let's pull out my Elle Studio papers, take a peek at them, and figure out which ones we're going to use. So I have this blue diagonal one, and it also has a colorful chevron. This is Family Fun from 2017. This one is also Family Fun with the dots and the colorfulness. This is a Christmas collection. This is 2015. This is Christmas Tree. I don't know why I don't have these in my Christmas section. These are numbers and then yellow stripes over here. This is Noteworthy. This is from 2018. This is A Merry Little Christmas. Pink polka dots on this side with the red Christmas. And this is Joyful as well. This is Christmas as well with some dots on this side. These three papers, the trees and this one that is very Christmas, are actually going to go into my Christmas section because I do keep my Christmas papers separate and my Disney papers separate, and also anything that I will use for Alex's military album. So I've got these. We're definitely going to use this one right here. Actually, I'm going to use all four of these. I'm going to use all four of these Elle Studio papers. Then this one is going to go into the Christmas stash, and I will have no more Elle Studio papers. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have a lot of stripy papers, and I am not exactly sure what I'm doing yet. My first idea doesn't work out, but I don't even know if you can tell that it doesn't work out because I just keep going with it. So I trim down my stripy paper, and I get rid of the two blue colors on it. And what that's going to do is allow me to place this on top of the blue diagonal paper, and nothing's going to kind of like meld into the background. It will definitely be something distinct that is sitting on top of that blue paper. I went ahead and trimmed down that yellow stripy paper to get rid of the white on the top and the bottom, so that you would have yellow on the bottom and also on the top. I went ahead and used the diagonal to place the corners, the upper left and the bottom right corner, down on the paper, and then I matted my photo on that green Christmas paper. So this is a photo outside of the Lego store in Disney Springs. Disney Springs is the new-ish name of Downtown Disney in Florida. Downtown Disney is still called Downtown Disney in California. But yeah, so I am kind of going with these bold colors and thinking that all of these colors are great. Like, this is a lot of color together. And it's not bothering me because Legos are a lot of color together, especially this kind of painting here. So it's working for me. Like, the bright colors are working for me. Would this kind of layout work for every single photo? Maybe, maybe not. But because this is Lego, I am definitely embracing the bright colors, the primary colors. I'm just going with it, guys. Now, I was originally going to mat that photo on the yellow paper, but ultimately I decided to use this pink and yellow paper, which is the opposite of the yellow paper, like it's the B side. I actually don't know which side is the B side, but we're going to say this is the B side. And then I am going through my die cuts. So these are my Disney-esque die cuts. They are Pirates and Space, which you might be thinking, what a wackadoo, she's putting her pirates and her space die cuts together. But to me that makes sense because they give me the Disney feeling. They aren't exactly Disney die cuts, but they give me the Disney feeling, so I keep them together. Now there is this thing right here. It says imagination is everything. And I've gone ahead and pulled out my Chamel feeling die cuts. Now it's weird because there's some Paige Evans die cuts in here, but they still feel a little bit Chamel to me. So that's how they're sorted. It's a thing, you guys. My scrapbooking is very emotionally driven, and how things make me feel, that is one of the ways I sort. So it's very hard to put into words and describe, but if you are kind of more of an emotional scrapbooker too, where you do things that feel right or feel good or make you happy or gives you some sort of emotion, then you'd understand. If you are a very linear and like not an emotional scrapbooker, then you're probably listening to me and like, what is this wackadoo even saying? Well, anyways, that happens. So there is a tag right here, and I went ahead and tied a silver and white piece of baker's twine and dolloped some adhesive down there and placed that down. Now I did take off the is everything off of imagination because I didn't feel like I really needed it. And then I have this little tag right here, or this little piece that says it's the little things, and Legos are little pieces. So I thought that was super cute. I'm going to go ahead and mount that on a piece of the green striped paper. And I chose green because it is the opposite of where this paper is. So if I was putting it's the little things over on the left hand side, I probably would have chosen one of the orange pieces, but since I'm putting it on the right hand side, that's why I chose the green piece. I am going to pop it up because it felt a little it felt you know, when you have a vision and you're putting it down and it just doesn't work, you're like so it just needed to be popped up a little bit. Now I did go digging in my die cuts again, and there is this never grow up tag, and I thought that this was perfect because I am going to talk about the Lego store and how it is a must do every single time we go to downtown Disney or Disney Springs or whatever in the world you want to call it. The Lego store is a must do no matter what. So if we go to a mall that has a Lego store in it, we got to go to the Lego store. I am a huge Lego fan, and I have no problems admitting that. Being a 42-year-old woman, I don't care. I love Legos. They are a fun time. So my ATG kind of fell apart, and I went ahead and cut that out, guys. I'm shaking the ATG gun. I'm showing it to my husband. I'm like, look at this, look at this. And it was just an entirely too much of me shaking the ATG gun and moving things around, trying to get it to line up. So I just ditched it and moved on. Nobody needs to see that anyway, right? Like nobody needs to see 5 minutes of me messing around with an ATG gun, which equates to 10 minutes because this video is double speed right now. Now, in the course of that, I did knock off my bow tie on my tag, so I went ahead and re-glued that sucker down because I can't have that, right? Like I can't have my tag hole be naked. I go ahead and put this little spirograph thing here over top of the Viewmaster die cut, and what that does is gives it a little bit more oomph. Like it's not just this big white plain thing. There's a little bit of decoration now. And now I've got these little bits up here. Now this is a tugboat and a star, and it might not necessarily go with Legos, but it's still a toy thing and it feels right. So remember, not everything has to be a literal interpretation. It can give you the feeling. So I am going to use some fake brads right here. Now these are Halloween, but I decided to pull the orange ones and place them down on the layout, and then I'm going to pull some enamel dots and kind of sprinkle them around where the orange ones are too. Now you could look at this and you could be like, dang, there's a lot of words on here. You could title this anything you want. You could look at this. If you thought the title was Imagination, that's great. If you thought the title was You Rock, that's great. But me, I am going to call this Never Grow Up. And I'm doing that because of the journaling that I am going to place here on the tag. Yes, you guys, it's kind of crazy. I'm actually journaling on a layout. I know that that sounds kind of ridiculous, but you know, I am not a person that feels like I need to write a big, long, epic story on every single page. So I'm going to get my journaling down, and then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any Elle Studio papers in your stash. I definitely have Elle Studio's pocket cards in my stash. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.